Well, welcome, Intellivision fans. Hey, look at that controller. I got one of them. Right here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we were just talking on the show the other night about how you love how is that charcoal that keeps doing that?
That is charcoal. Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
He's back.
Back up again. I love it.
2.
Anyways, we were talking the other day about how you could just pull any game no matter what we were talking about. And I was like, I'm close, but I have to go over there. I can't. I don't have anything where I can just go, whoop, there it is, what you were talking about. What is up, everyone in the chat? Today seems like a good day. We got some Amico trailer. We got some, I know Papa Pete's got some cool info for the classic Intellivision fans. What is up, Lance Jennings? I know I ran a little late because I was finishing editing up my reaction video to the Amico trailer. Christopher Westerman, how's it going? Live in the moment. Mr. Kurt, how are you doing? Trying to catch up. Oh, you guys were chit-chatting. Slappy Marsden, what is happening, sir? My jaw's hitting the ground seeing that you're here today. And Michael Hayes, how's it going? Mr. Mike, how is it going? Trying to catch up here. Okay. ASTROSMASHED, the perfect title after a 12-pack. I'd say so. That was kind of the whole reason. It was actually my buddy Andy. Me and him were out at the bar, and I go, man, I want to do a Intellivision podcast, but the classic stuff. I don't know what to name it. I'm like, I was thinking of just different names. He goes, what about ASTROSMASHED? Because you just get smashed, because we were drinking. And I was like, dude, ASTROSMASHED it is. Might just have to get his, is it he or she?
He.
So you got to get him maybe his own little place. Yeah, he ain't going to leave. Just let him.
He's been sleeping right here in the basket for about 2 hours. So now he's ready to do laps. So he's getting his exercise.
That's so funny. Like, he don't care. He's just like, I'm going to keep coming in there. You should put him like on the other. Give him a basket. Get him a basket on the other side or something.
Well, so he's in the basket now. He'll be
That's awesome. Makes me want to get a cat again, man. It's been a while.
I'll mail you one.
Yeah, right. I see some people have been here since 7 o'clock. Yeah, I know. Originally I was trying to edit the video, so then I kind of changed the time to 7:15. I figured I'm usually late anyway. So yes, I think most people did catch that new one. What a beautiful. I don't want to say polished, but it's a polished professional trailer. This is the actual market that they're going after. The mainstream market for families, children, people to play in the same room again together. We're so spoiled because we've been, so it's been all about the YouTube community and the retro community, but the real world really hasn't heard much about this. And this is our first glimpse of how the real world will first hear and see about Amico. So for families and kids and trying to get everybody to play, whether it be trivia, card, party games. And I'm not going to go on a whole Amico kick, but I'm just saying, I thought the trailer was beautiful.
It was very well done, wasn't it?
Yes.
They did it really good. Very professional. It was fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. They could not have done it any better for the focus that they're looking for.
Yeah, and we knew that. Like, we're here and we're going to always be here, and they'll always cater to us and say it in a certain way. But the main focus is not YouTubers and old people like us. I mean, we will get those games, but their main focus, the way they're going to make their money, is families. So, which, hey, that's how it really started with the original Mattel Intellivision that made us all old retro gaming fans.
Right.
Because we were dealing with that in the 70s and 80s because we were the kids with the families playing games together.
Yeah, 100%.
Hasselhoff, how is it going, man?
Hasselhoff.
I was just watching Knight Rider. Because I've watched it a million times, but I just restarted the series from the beginning, and I'm like, I always catch something new in it. It's what a great series. Anyways, not a happy night for Amico after seeing Tommy's post, but glad to see. What did Tommy post?
Yeah, there's some info on there. Yeah, it's very, very sad, but let's try to find the positivity in it. Is at least he's in a position to be able to help like that as he is.
Yes,
and that's a position that a lot of people aren't in.
Right?
And,
yeah,
as
God
difficult
bless
as it is. Yeah. Overall, they're very, very fortunate to be in that position. So great, good for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard DJC changed jobs too. He is now Chief Flamingo Wrangler. Yeah, I got to. All the flamingos now report to Phil Adams. So we'll find out. Hey, it's Coco.
Boy, here's the problem now is full of this one's today. In the basket. This one wants her basket.
Well, something's gonna happen here.
See right here.
A big old tabby. I love it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hey, fast. Cover up. Why can I not? How's it going, fast?
Fast. Carapalito 68. Carapalito.
Carapalito. Good evening. Saw your video with Phil Adam, new CEO. If Intellivision makes AAA titles, it should be only exclusive. Plus, yeah. So I guess I was saying, I think they're only talking like $15 to $20 for like a AAA title. I thought it was. I said personally, I'd pay up to $30 for like a deep game, like a really big game on that system.
Yeah.
Which I still would, but I don't think. I think 15 to maybe 20 is all they're saying about as far as increase for games. It's not going to be much more than that at all. But like I said, I'm already in. I'm ready for it. So if they put out like Earthworm Jim Saga and it was like a 4-pack set, heck, I'd pay $50 for it. Sure. I'm all in. But I think most of them are going to be your $10 games. For the most part. What's your favorite 2-player game on the original Intellivision? Favorite 2-player? I mean, I guess I could go for bowling, even though you go up to 4. But I want to say bowling and baseball are my favorites. Like they're almost neck and neck. What about you, Pete?
Baseball and Sea Battle, I would say.
Ooh.
I really do like Sea Battle a lot for a game that's only one. The games that are only one player. Yeah, the other sports games as well are all fantastic, but to go to a different genre, baseball was it. And then, and then Sea Battle for me. Hey, Ted.
We got 50. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I do. I figured that's.
I didn't figure it out. I mean, I don't know if I paid $500 for a game. Maybe 2 more systems or something. But yeah,
some of the special editions ones for the modern day systems can be kind of scary. $200-300. Oh, yeah.
Favorite 2-player exclusive or favorite game that supports the 2-player. So not sports related.
Utopia is in there too.
That would have been one there too.
Definitely.
Or something that supports. I mean, almost all of them. For the most part, not everyone. Some is just saying, man, that's hard. I have a lot.
Yeah, I think of Sea Battle first when I think of 2-player non-sports games.
Yeah, I would say Frog Bog was a big one just because it was one I had growing up. So that was I didn't have many as a kid growing up. We had, a very limited, my sister.
Here's another one that we forgot totally, and it's fantastic. Triple Action.
Oh, yeah. Triple Action. Biplanes.
Biplanes, yes, that's phenomenal. The other 2 are okay, but they're fun. So Triple Action, let's throw that in there too. Just why not, right?
This would be awesome. Activision Sequest, which is one of the top Activision games, in my opinion. Obviously for Atari 2600. Multiple players saving the divers would be great. I mean, to do a reimagine of this, I'm saying.
But there is a Homebrew, right?
Was there?
replicating that game? I believe there is. I'd have to see Venture or something is called. I'm not 100% sure on that. Actually, Michael.
Was that around that might have been around the time they did the laser sharks and the moon
yeah
and all that stuff. Okay, see, I missed out on that.
Michael might know.
Yeah. Snafu is a great one too.
Oh, okay. Now I got stuff pulling off my desk here, so I don't know what's going on.
The cats have taken over. Is it
they're winning?
Is that right? Is that the only 2 cats you have, or do you have more than 2?
There are 5 in here.
Wow. So, but the 2 are the ones that normally just come in as just charcoal.
Those 2 are the ones that are here most often, but 2 of the other 3 have been in videos. There's Treacle, which is a black cat like charcoal. It's a female one that is 14, going on 15.
Oh, wow.
And she'll just lay in the basket and sits there. Charcoal's young. He's only 3 or 4. Coco's about 12. And then we have 2 other younger ones. We have a black and white one. There's actually the video where I waited for to order my founders editions. It's Quill sitting in the basket right here beside me. And Quill started the whole thing.
Sea Ventures, an indie remake of SeaQuest. Okay, yes. Yeah. Oh my God, I think I have Oink. Dude, I really think I do have Oink. Unless did I get rid of it when I did that purge of all my games? I might have. I had so many just cartridges. There you go. There you go. But I remember that. I don't even remember how the game goes. It's just 3 pigs and 4th player is the wolf. Yes, dude. Yes, I'm all about that.
And of course, you guys all know this is coming very soon for Homebrew.
Oh, I am all about for Intellivision, right?
Yeah.
Brian Puddin. That was another good one on the Atari as well.
I think you'll see that game from Intellivision Revolution maybe next year by Brian Puddin of Brian's Man Cave.
He's been, I tell you what, man, he's been rocking with programming for Intellivision.
Absolutely.
Jacob says those cats going to be unlockable characters in the Cat Fighter game. I hope so. Wait, do I have? Usually only do that on Amico forever, but. Cat Fighter! All right. That I hope we're all talking to Phil yesterday. Obviously, I threw some humor at it because everybody, we found out everything's cool. It's actually an awesome thing that he's doing that, and Tommy's going more creative stuff, which is his thing. And we were talking about it. He goes, everybody's like, all serious like this. Did anyone have any questions for Phil? I go, yeah, I got one. Will we see Cat Fighter confirmed on the Amico? He's like, dude, what that I was like, bring it back. I'm going to do a hashtag, bring back the cat fighting game. We saw one 1-second clip of it, and that's all we've ever seen. Sharp Shot, great. The Dark Side, what's happening? D to the J to the C. Fast says Intellivision needs to start advertising, plus have some kind of promotional to draw customers to buy. Oh yeah, that trailer you just saw today was the very first ever of doing a promotional kind of thing. I think we're gonna see stuff like that, plus commercials on TVs and on the interwebs and stuff. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to answer this, so I am behind on this, but I am working on it. All I could say is I'm working on it. I'm about to start doing soldering, and yeah, I really want. There was so much stuff I had going on personally this week with games and trying to sell some stuff. I did not get a chance to start back at that, but all that's left is the soldering and popping the case back on, and it'll be ready. So hopefully this week. I know I say that I'm a huge procrastinator. I think you guys know that by now, but it is coming along. Kind of surprised nobody's done a 4-player war. Yeah, Warlords. I have that in one of my multis here, and I love that game. Hey, Papa has 5 cats. That's a lot of poop scooping.
You're not kidding, buddy. Right. You're not kidding.
He said he said it just to get that clip played. Yeah, there we go. I mean, I don't know how to do a homebrew. Maybe I'll talk to Brian, see if he'll do a cat fighter game for the classic.
And remember, this year, 2022, Cat Attack's coming out from Electronite. So,
well, there we have it. We're gonna have our sort of cat fighter,
cat fighting game, but at least it's gonna be Cat Attack, is what it's called. So
I have to see. There's obviously a preview on the what do you want to call it, on the YouTube, right? Like they have a preview of what it looks like.
I don't know if there's a gameplay preview or not, but I have a lot of the info on it here already. Yeah.
I wonder if there'll be an Easter egg.
I brought it up in one of my videos.
An Easter egg, so every fight will start with 2 minutes of the cats yowling at each other, arching their backs, kind of walking around each other. Oh my God, that'd be so great. Like make it all just completely realistic, and then it's all cat toys after that. They're just batting each other with their paws. If we don't get Cat Fighter, I'm pulling my investments and refuse to shill for Intellivision. We just got to start that hashtag, man. Get this Cat Fighter game going. I was just thinking Raid on Bungalow Bay might be a good NTV import. So I never played that. That's got to be what, like a jet fighter game, or is it actually like Storm in a Beach type game? That sounds kind of neat. But anyways, you said you had some exclusive, cool, amazing news from our favorite place to get all of our Intellivision needs, which is Intellivisioncollector.com. It's even
I was talking to him tonight, and he said, if you know of anybody looking for these games that are getting to be pretty hard to get, he has a very, very limited supply of them that's just on hand. A couple of them have gone up on the site, but some of them haven't even gotten put up on the site yet. He's working evenings right now. But if you're interested in any of these games, I would recommend that you get them ASAP from Luke at IntellivisionCollector.com. If you don't see it on the site, make sure you send him a message. There's links right there to send him an email. He's going to have limited copies of, see that without the glare?
Oh, Rick Dynamite. I got that one. That's a great game. Rick Dynamite, yep. Nice adventure platforming game.
Not available anywhere anymore, right? You and I both have that, Chuck. I knew you had that one.
Oh, yeah. I got a Rick Dynamite right here on the shelf.
Stop that there, charcoal. Oh, no. All right, next. If anybody's looking for one of the Dr. Ports.
Ooh, Omega Race. No, I'm getting that.
There's a few copies of Omega Race, very few.
Okay.
He also is going to have maybe one or two Cosmic Avenger. Very difficult to get.
Yeah.
And, of course, a Fantasy.
Ooh, Fantasy, too. Oh, man, that Fantasy box looks fantastic.
So there are only 5 Dr. Ports titles, right? There's these 3. I got to turn around and look. Wizard of War, which I know you have, Chuck. Wizard of War is still available there as well, but it's not one of the ones.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I just did a video on Wizard of War. It is fantastic. It plays like
right on. Game. And then, of course, there's Clacks. And I saw that Michael Hayes said he just got his copy of Clacks, because they're far few between. They will be available at IntellivisionCollector.com soon. Or at least the big delay with all these are the boards, right? There's a big board shortage. They're not able to put them out. Electronite can't get boards to create games. Television Revolution can't. It is holding everything up. That's why these games is a time to grab these, because I don't know if they'll ever be available again. And last but not least, Chuck, I know you love this game.
Oh, shit. Tail and Dragons. And I tell you,
Tail and Dragons and Swords. What's that?
That is one of my favorite homebrews in the past year. A Tale of Dragons and Swords. I'm actually going to redo a video now that I can actually put it up, and I might even stream it. It is action RPG, dungeon crawling adventure.
Right.
It's so in depth, and to me, it took full advantage of the 16-bit processor inside the Intellivision with Intellivision graphics, of course.
So those,
go ahead. Sorry.
So I was going to say those 5 titles. If you're looking for them, get them while they're there, because they're not going to be there very long.
IntellivisionCollector.com, and I get all my stuff too.
So you're saying you're going to do another video on Tail of Dragons and Swords?
I want to do almost basically every homebrew I got on here, because I have an adapter. I'm just going to eventually it'll be through my mod and look really nice. But I actually did Wizard of War through my Intellivision System 3, and it came out fantastic. So I might do more on there until I'm done. Real quick, I want to get to. I know I need to catch up on chat here. And I know a few people are talking about yesterday about the question, is Tommy stepping down? He's not stepping down. But I understand everybody think. What it is they've been renamed Phil Adam, which is in Intellivision Entertainment. He is now the labeled as the CEO. Tommy is still the owner and president. But Phil is taking over for the more of the business and the meetings and all the talkings and the business wise, where Tommy's going more, he wants to be more involved in the creative stuff. He's still the president and owner of the company. But him, Phil, and all the other guys, they got together, and Phil will be handling most of the business and everything like that now. If you want to check out, we did on Retro Bros channel, we did a show last night, the last one he streamed, where we had Phil on explaining everything. This is an awesome thing. And they're going to have end of this month, they're going to have news on a date of the founders. So yeah, check that show out. But yeah, everything is going good. They just released their first mainstream advertisement trailer for the general public. You're going to see it go target your families, making everybody play in the same room, just kind of family friendly memories, So it's that first mainstream advertisement. It's beautiful. So check it out. Let me try to catch up on everyone here. I'm so sorry. Scallywag says, I just spent a couple $100 on Intellivision Collector. Nice.
There you go.
Canadian Gamer. How you doing, sir? He's like,
Gamer.
huh? Yeah, Luke is awesome over there. Luke is awesome.
Yeah.
There's great, I'm over here in the States, but still, even though it's Canadian, like it's still good prices for me too. Like I got for Christmas, I got a bunch. I opened up, I got Super Crow Decathlon, Scooby-Doo Maze Chase, River Raid, Zaxxon. What else did I get? Tower of Doom, Championship Tennis, and World Cup Soccer.
Nice.
I think that's all of them. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and Wizard of War, of course.
and of course, if you are like, I have the Ultimate Flashback. Just last week, Luke put up 2 games. It was Melody Runner, which you got an agreement with Aiden Toledo. I don't know if you know Aiden or not, Yundere, which is Melody Runner. And also, he's got the ROM for sale of the Goon Enough. The Collector Vision physical release.
That looks
good.
But
the Goon Enough, you can buy the ROM from IntellivisionCollector.com as well. That's a Carlos Madruga game. And Carlos puts almost all of his games up on Intellivision Collector. So great spot to get them.
Thanks, Canadian Game. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah. It's sometimes like the subs go like crawl up quick, and then sometimes they back down and then they go back. It kind of fluctuates. It's weird, although I'm weird and some people don't like me and some people do. And then I do a weird video and they're like, I don't know about this guy. It's whatever, but I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Let's see. Clax is great. See, I've never played the Clax. Now you did a video on that. I might have to check that out. Didn't you do a video on that?
Yeah, I have one of the Inti Homebrew spotlights is on it as well. Of course, okay. I got up to 10 or 11 of those. I'm gonna be trying to do all the games too, especially try to do the promotions as they're coming out.
Take care, man.
And then recover. See you live at the moment. And but I just like going back and looking at older games. Like I just did Battlestar Galactica Space Battle a while back, which is not easy to get. You can still buy the ROM, but it's hard to find the physical version. Because it's such a great game, it had to be looked at. Yeah. So I'm going to go back and look at other ones.
Yeah, I want to check that out. So I just think they all look. I love the Dr. Port's looks, their boxes and everything.
Yeah.
Any news on another production run of Intellivision? I think they said it's coming this year on the site. It just hasn't. That's on Intellivision Revolution, I believe. Yeah.
Intellivision Revolution. Yeah, that is what I've heard as well. Yeah,
I know we're getting Unlucky Pony. Let me catch up to chat really quick, and actually we'll go on the site and check it out because I wanted to see too. Yeah, this was only a title change because of the business aspect that Phil is really amazing at. I mean, he's the dude that brought Tetris to the United States, so he is a fantastic businessman. So him taking over the responsibility and business end of that is going to be fantastic for this company.
Kind of a refinement of roles as they head into the home stretch.
That's all it is.
Say, Chuck?
Right. It's no one stepping down. It's just moving people around to handle business, where Tommy wants to be more in the fun of it, more on the hands-on creative part, and doesn't want to be, sitting in a business meeting, like where Phil is an amazing business person and is great at that. So, that's why it's just name changes, really. Everybody's still there. Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing like it. Yeah, do not worry about it. It is nothing like that. I would not lie to you. I swear. Look at it like a head coach having over play calling the defensive coordinator was what the Browns would do. The start engine page has also embedded a 2022 gameplay video is unlisted on YouTube, not streamed. I haven't seen that. I'll have to check it out, man. Start engine. That's like a big thing. Thanks everyone. Yeah, dude, totally. I wouldn't worry. It's actually it's good news. Whether, of course, people are going to spin it and make video 20. You know how this community is. There's going to be 25, 30 videos this week going that Tommy's fired. He was stepped down and he can't. And that is not the case. This is a name change only. It's like just what I explained. One's doing more business stuff, which is what a CEO does. One is more creative. And Tommy has always been on the creative side. So that's what he wants to focus on. Yeah. Everyone still works. Everyone's still there. There's just a name change. Video title, Intellivision Amico Gameplay 2022. Dude, I will check that out after this. Yes, I did see. I didn't get a chance to watch all of it. I kind of got stopped almost to the end. But yeah. I loved it. Yeah, the B-17 bomber video that you did was awesome.
Playing those games, they're wonderful. They're so much fun. I can't wait for the new ones to come out.
Yeah. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, because I believe the same dude that's doing Night Stalker's working on that.
Oh, yeah. Is that right? Cool.
Yeah, so that you can just tell like that's a great game too. Yeah, not a problem, man. I swear I'm not lying. No matter what the stuff you see on the internet, it's the company is doing very well.
Yeah.
Tommy making a guest appearance recently was great. Oh yeah. I'll have to get him on again. I know we had fun. He came on. It was one of the days Papa wasn't on, but we had OEB Pete came on for a bit, and I was trying to tell. He's like, dude, you need to stick around. I got a guest, but I didn't want to say. He's like, but he was working, and he was just kind of in between work and
right.
So
I remember that week. Yeah, I saw that. Was a good show. That was great.
Yeah. Oh, it was fun. It was fun. And me and Tommy were talking obviously baseball and the hockey thump and everything. We were making television sounds and stuff. People probably thought we were nuts, but it was a good time, man. Yeah, I'll ask him to come on again. Obviously, he's a very busy person right now because once again, and just from the last two shows and talking to these guys pretty routinely, they are very busy, 100% nose to the grindstone, getting this console out and having news for you by the end of the month. So
this is the home stretch, guys.
We want this. We want this.
Oh,
I'd rather
absolutely.
Things. Everybody's asking, well, why did they go silent? Is that good or bad? Well, it's really good because they are hard at work doing everything and anything. And Phil Adam is insanely hard at work right now, making sure to get news to us by the end of February. As far as what's going on. What is this? Did you do a tutorial? Did you do a tutorial on B-17 Bobber? That would be interesting.
I did sort of, Ted. I went through it and I played a level on the practice mode, which, I talk about what it takes out of the game. There's no more fuel issues and you have lots of bombs, but you still fight everything else. And it's just a lot of fun just to casually go out and play it without worrying about the other things in the game. So that's what I did basically, but it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Let's check out. Let me see. Let me pop in.
While you're looking for that, I'm going to throw this out there really quick again. Remember the Intellivision Homebrew Awards 2021. The voting actually closed last night at 8:00 Central Time. So the winners are going to be announced. I am going to have the plan right now, and I'm going to have it all set up tomorrow night. I'm going to be doing a live stream, an actual live stream, Friday evening, and watch my channel. But the plan right now is it's going to be at 11 o'clock Papa Pete time. So what that means is 7 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Central, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And there are 6 different categories. I'm hoping to have a special guest with me. I'm hoping that the Intellivision Collector himself is going to be on the show with me.
Very cool.
Because he's, he doesn't have any horses in the race, right? So,
Right.
so he's a good guy to come on for this. Very knowledgeable on everything about Intellivision, and it's going to be a casual thing. And maybe if once we get the winners, we get some info to them. Maybe they'll join us a little bit. Some of the winning programmers or winning distributors and publishers, and we'll go from there. But anyway, again, that is 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific on Friday night. What's Friday, Chuck? Today's
Friday,
7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, Friday, February 11th.
Yes, sir.
Just this Friday. Watch my channel for the thumbnail to come up.
Yeah, and so that is now I'm on Intellivisioncollector.com right here.
Yeah.
I love when they were showing, where was it? They had the burger. I love that Burger Time. This one.
All the different Burger Time
one. So right now, look at this. They have Omega Race. Ooh, look at some of the ROMs. I wish I had. I'm all about the boxes. I'm sorry, I'm so old school.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at this. You got a Mega Race here, a Melody Runner ROM, the Goon Enough ROM, which is the Goonies, NES Goonies, right? Or is it Goonies 2 it's a port of, something like that?
Yeah. Just so you know, when you buy most of the ROMs, they come with all the box art and they come with manuals if the programmer has the rights to them. So Melody Runner does come with manuals, box art. I don't know if there's overlays or not, but all the different artwork, I think there is overlays. Everything you want like that. The Good Enough is the ROM and there's a manual, but there's no box art or anything with it. But of course, the box art's available, right?
Yeah. Paddle Party still available. That's a Electronite one. That's a bunch of Pong games, paddle games. Fantasy. I love the way the Fantasy looks. Bank Panic. I remember. I wish I would have got that when that and TNT Cowboy was the ones I really missed out on. Norseman. And then you got Heli and Antarctic Tales. Papa's Pete's done a one on that.
Yeah, on Heli and Antarctic Tales. Those are Carlos Madruga releases. Yeah.
Fantasy ROM. Then you got some reproduction boxes here. Look at the triple challenge. Don't you wish you had? Do you have this or no?
I have the reproduction box and the original cartridge. Yes. Yeah.
I was talking to a YouTuber called Sinister Moon on a couple nights ago, and he had Learning Fun 1 and 2 and Spiker.
Wow.
Cartridges only, but still, that's a few grand. I'm sorry. Yeah. Dino Reproduction looks good. Oh, look at Hover Force, only $24.99. See, there's some good. Now let's click, I believe, just Homebrews, let me see.
Go into games and then Homebrews. Right there, yeah.
All right, and it has links to all this, like Intellivision, Electronite, Intellivision Revolution, which we'll click on next. But all right, so they have Brick Out is in stock right now. Cosmic Avenger, which we just had the Dr. Ports. Defender of the Crown still available. Sealed too. That is awesome. Fantasy sealed new. Go for the Gold production box. That's kind of a rare thing. Land Battle. I have this myself. Land Battle. I have the one that has the Blue Sky Rangers stickers, but still awesome. Mine Hunter still available. Now this is an old one and a really good one, and it was very sought after. And this might be another one I'll be picking up soon, along with the ports title. Old School by Electronite.
Yeah.
Cool looking maze game. Paddle Party, as we say. Now, this is a rare thing. The Intellivision Revolution Series 1, all the old, I should say, like you could tell this is the overlay series. You got Jaw Crusher in there. It looks like there's Zykes right there. So it's the one for the NTV Basics Volume 1. You probably, I think, have Go Sub in there. There's a bunch of characters on there. This is another one I did find one close to me though, so which is a little cheaper. Actually, I found out it was the Blue Sky Rangers selling it, so that's still good.
Right.
Steamroller. The Lost Caves of Kraz, one of my top. Let's see. You have any more here, or is that it? Oh, yeah, here we go. Wizard of War, which I cannot recommend more. Wizard of War is fantastic.
Lots of great titles right there.
I'm going to click over to Intellivision Revolution. And let's just go to Homebrews. There we go.
Well, I think that is just his games that he has that are released by Intellivision Revolution.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty much the same. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's not direct. So let's go
It's
to.
It's not a link to Intellivision Revolution, no.
Revolution. There it is. So let's go to the store, Intellivision Homebrews. So this is what I was talking about. So coming in 2022, you got Unlucky Ponies Adventures. You got Knife Filter, which looks as battle chest. So here's Intellivision. So that still they're expecting to get more.
They're getting more,
this year. So 2020, that was a big one, man. I'm gonna be honest. I voted for this a lot. I really did. In TV Basics, I need volume 2 and 3 because I have 1. So I got to find this somewhere, but that is out of. So new ones coming: Frankenstein's Monster coming this year, and Space Versus. So, but anyways.
Not fair. There hasn't been a lot on there.
Oh
lately,
shoot! I didn't see.
But Rev's having the same issues.
I didn't see because I was on the other screen looking at that stuff. Hey, what's happening?
I thought
finally, I don't need to cover. I don't need to come in and cover Papa Pete from not coming on the show.
Now I see you should have stayed on the other week. But I kept saying because I didn't want to give away who I was having on, and you're like, "Well, I got to go back to work." I'm like, "Well, you really should stay, sir."
Well, I'm on a break right now, so I got to come in. You know me, I always got to pop in for some core Intellivision chatter, right?
Yeah,
I suppose it's all.
I know a secret too that I'm not allowed to tell about Intellivision, the Intellivision game that's going to be coming out that Luke swore me to secrecy on.
Oh,
but I'm super excited. And Luke is probably going to drive down here now where he knows where I live and beat the crap out of me. But
yeah, that's right. He's close right to you, right by you.
Well, close being like maybe 30, 40 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how mad he gets if he's going to take that drive. Right?
But yeah, I got to I can't wait for it to be announced because oh my gosh, I'm super excited for it.
Papa P, do you know how to add ROMs to the flashback? He's saying is it just USB that you do that with?
Well, but you remember it's not the regular flashback; it's the ultimate flashback that you have to have in order to do that.
Right.
Yeah, because I was thinking about getting some of those ROMs that are on sale, and I'm like, how would I play it? I have no way to play it.
The only way
you can play it with JZIN TV on your computer.
No, that's not
really.
playing.
You need an LTO flash, or you need an ultimate flashback.
Yeah. I need to get one of those modded. I'm scared to touch my flashback though because it works, and I don't know.
Well, one thing about the flashback is that everything's taken out of it. It's just basically used as a case.
Yeah, it's the controllers, right?
You
keep the controllers in there, right? Because they're plug and play. So yeah, maybe I might get to that one of these days.
Yeah.
But
Lance says, "What the original 4 IntelliVoice games? How would you rank them?" I mean, I think everybody's got their favorites. I'd say
my favorite Intellivision games. That's for sure.
I say Space Spartans is my number 1. B-17 Bomber. I'm sorry, Bomb Squad 2, B-17 Bomber 3, Tron Solar Sailor. Unfortunately, gets the number 4 spot.
And I'll say
I really only like
Bomber 1, Bomb Squad 2, Space Spartans 3, and Tron Solar Sailor. And you know what? I'm even going to say no, Tron Solar Sailor 3 and Space Spartans 4. It's such a frustrating game. Is the only thing wrong with Tron Solar Sailor, though.
Yeah. I wouldn't rate those 4 in my top 25 games for Intellivision. Not even close. Not even close. Though I do have a new appreciation for that game. It's, the controls suck, but for me, I just started playing Ancient Skies. Anyway, the Atari VCS just put it out, a Microprose game. And I've been playing a crap out of that, and it reminds me of B-17 Bomber. So I might go back and play more B-17 Bomber, but the controls never got me on that game.
That game that you've been playing it reminded me when I watched a video of Red Baron. You remember Red Baron?
Yeah, big time.
Loved Red Baron back in the day.
But this Microprose game
version,
I've got 10 hours into it. I've been playing it nonstop since I got it. I've gone through 5 campaigns. And I'm just having a blast because it's a really real-time strategy with a little bit of dogfighting mixed in.
Yeah.
Like I've been bombing it's just so much fun.
Well, there you
Michael,
go. Michael hit the nail on the head
Yeah, I
right
was gonna
there.
say,
We
Michael
didn't
said-
even include World Series.
Yeah, that's my
Major League
favorite, I guess, if I had to pick one.
I never had that, so I don't know. I always
No.
wanted it. I just not something I never got. I still don't have it.
Pete, you got that one, right?
I do, yeah.
Wings for
You
the
gotta
Amiga
promote.
is also making
It was ahead of its time. The IntelliVoice games were way ahead of its time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that tech could have got matured a little bit and they had a longer runway, they would have been really good. Yeah.
Reminds me of the old Blue Max game. That's what he says. What's Blue Max?
I
remember that name too, but I can't think of it.
Now, when you guys were talking about Red Baron, are you talking about like that arcade game that had the black and white vector monitor in the arcades? Because I played Red Baron. Unless
That's probably
it.
a different game, sort of. This was a Dynamix game back in the
PC
mid '90s.
Gotcha.
Where you was World War II, Sopwith camels, and World War One.
What I like about the one Ancient Skies game is it's not stuck to one era of time.
Okay.
It goes there's so many campaigns. Like they go through different eras.
Yep.
And it's pretty cool. Like you can get up to the Korean War, you can get up to the Falkland War. Like you get like some really cool stuff going on there. So yeah.
There are so many Intellivision games that were released in 1981-82 that became almost mimicked in the late 80s by games for the PC, which basically they were allowed the VGA or SVGA graphics to improve that part of it.
Utopia kind of started it all.
Features. So like your B-17 bomber, there was a B-17 bomber game in 92. The exact same thing. It was the same game. It just looked a lot better.
Had better controls and stuff
amazing.
like that.
Sub Hunt. Aces of the Deep is nothing but Sub Hunt with a lot more features added.
Yeah.
Well,
look at Utopia. It started a whole genre of games.
Exactly. Great
Some
point,
people
Pete.
will say no, but I'm saying Utopia started the real-time turn-based genre, like
style game or
God games. It was the first God game.
God games, yeah, exactly, right. And that's like I don't PC game, but if I do, it's the Age of Empires. It's the Command and Conquer series. What's the one that's actually turn-based, not a real-time strategy?
Fantasy General or Panzer General.
Yeah, that one I played a lot. It's a newer one though. I think they're up to number 6. Whereas a Civilization, that's what it is. The Civilization series, right? That's pure turn-based. I like the RTS more, a little bit more. That's why I'm really like pretty hooked on that game. I've been playing on the VCS. It got the worst title ever: Ancient Battles or Epic Battles over Ancient Skies or something like that. Can't remember it.
It's funny. Like last night, I was having a beer, and I still have the can here. You guys still have that over there?
Black Label, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hey Mabel, it's Black Label.
Gross. It's disgusting.
This is like, no, I don't mind it. It's just beer, but I mean, it's like not like a craft flavor. I think it's just basic beer. But we get the store that gets it like twice a year only. He'll get a few cases in. I always buy at least a case every time they get it. And so this was my last one. But
how much is it for a 12-pack down there? Or do you buy it in 2/4?
It's a 24-pack when we buy it, and it's about I think it's $17 or something for $17.99. Which I know
I've never seen it available on the Canadian side around here, but 25 years ago, I used to be able to get it in the States. It was $3.99 for a 12-pack.
Yeah, Black Label, and we had tons of that, and see, you can go to get it here at the bar sometimes too. Black Label.
So it's out. It's not an Eastern beer. I know it's Canadian beer. It says, but
it is an Eastern beer. It's in Newfoundland, right? Black Label, isn't it? Or Ontario?
They've never sold it in New Brunswick that I've seen. That's all I can go by.
This is so weird what this can says, and it might just say it for here. It says over a century of international brewing tradition, product of the USA, Carling, Canada, founded in 1840. Like they make up their mind. I don't know what's Sea Hill.
Yeah, it's made in London, Ontario. It's owned by Carling, which is a Swedish brewery, right?
Yeah, it says
London, Ontario.
So on the side, it also has another company. It says G. Hellman Brewing Company with a P.O. box in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the States.
Yeah, that's where it's just bottled at, right?
So it must be something like that. Bottled.
Yeah, because same as all your beer, right? Doesn't get bottled in the States like Bud, Miller, Coors.
Well,
That's all
Budweiser's
bottled in. That's all
Sweden,
bottled
too.
in Canada. Actually, your Budweiser stuff, all the Bud we get
That's
out
like
here,
Sweden, isn't it? Or
it's
something? Owned.
it's here about an hour from me. It's a big
Okay.
brewery that puts all that. Because like, yeah, so I think Budweiser's bottled in Canada by Labatt's Brewery.
Gotcha.
Coors is owned by Molson, which is a Canadian company.
Right.
They own Coors, so
That may be my Blue Moon, which I like.
Yeah, a Blue Moon's a good beer, actually.
Yeah, that's made by the Coors, which would be all them anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the same as our beers bottled down in the States by an American brewery, right?
Yeah, because you'll see, I'll get like a Molson Canadian, it'll be bottled here, like
exactly. Well,
or
it
like,
makes sense, right?
Yeah, Molson Ice or something like that. You know?
Yeah, they just brew it and bottle it to get the recipe and brew it and stuff like that.
I think the only one we really have here that's bottled and made here is the Boston Brewery, which is Samuel Adams.
I don't like Sam Adams.
They have so many different ones, though. I like the only one that I stay true and actually will get is Oktoberfest. Their version of Oktoberfest every year, but I'm kind of played out on most all their other ones. The Christmas ones, there's like one or two, but there's a lot of crap filler that it comes in that 12-pack that I just can't deal with the taste of. You know, I call them like the drain beers. You just pour them right down the drains. It's like, oh, cranberry. Disgusting. Like, you don't mix cranberry and beer. I'm sorry, that one cap off down the drain. Sorry.
That's why I can't take a lot of craft beers. They mix crap in it. It's like coffee. I'm like, really? I don't want to be alert and drowsy at the same time. You're conflicted.
Yeah, right. Ted says,
but Pete knows craft beer more than I do. I stopped drinking craft beer a long time ago.
Technology changed.
I don't like Molson. I don't like Labatt's.
He doesn't like Canada. That's what he's saying. He doesn't like Canada. Pete doesn't.
Ted says,
I like the craft beers better, but I mean, I still like Keith's. I do like Keith's, but Keith's is owned by Molson now too, or Labatt's, one of the Labatt's.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Keith's is a college beer. I call that.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm gonna try to read this. So technology changed pretty quickly after the original television came out, but they still were able to capture a certain feel that other systems couldn't, at least to me anyways. And I do agree with that, because to be honest, when the NES came out, I'd play both. I would still play like Demon Attack on my Intellivision. I'd play Star Strike. I played Armor Battle at the same time. I mean, I know it was past its prime at that point, but I obviously I kept playing it. Like, I never stopped, you know.
Yeah, there's certain things that just
because it's nostalgia to me. It's not to some people, and it's most people put it in the closet and moved on to the NES and never looked back, you know. And now some of those people are playing with PlayStation 5s and stuff. But
yeah,
I always had.
That's the majority, right?
Everything.
Majority.
Right. I played everything though. I could I played through Red Dead 2. But at the same time, if I had my buddy come over on the weekend, we'd play Intellivision bowling or Intellivision baseball, because it was a fun pick up and play and be. To be honest, that's the reason, you know.
For sure, nostalgia is the big key.
Yeah, you guys got a strong. Scallywag says Bud here is a stronger beer. Yeah, you guys have a higher alcohol content anyway.
In Canada,
that's how it
it's
goes.
funny because
right?
the alcohol content isn't any different, but it just seems to hit people harder. I do notice this living in such a tight-knit community and right on the border, growing up that way. It's like you start feeding anybody from the US side Canadian beer, and it's like downhill in a hurry.
Well, 5% is Bud in Canada, right? So in the States,
it is.
It's 4%, right?
Well, I used to think that, but it's not.
Most of
Bud Light is. Bud Light's 4, but it's 4 here too.
It's by state too, right? It's by state too. State sets
it is.
Percentage of alcohol.
Right. And I remember they say, "Oh, Bud Light is not as Canadian beer is stronger. Canadian beer is stronger." I said, "No, it's not stronger, but there's something different about it."
Yeah. Well, there is some, like, we have we do have majority of our beer is fairly. Yeah, Miller Lite.
Miller Lite and Bud Light are 4.7 over here. So like this.
Yeah, so in Canada it's 4% for Bud Light.
4%, yeah.
And Coors Light's 4%.
Now I know, because my cousins used to come over all the time, a little bit more. Well, now that you know what's happening in the world now, it's been a bit, but they used to come over and bring a case or a couple cases of Molson Canadian, and it would be, I think, 5 point something, and ours would be like 4 points. So it was a little bit more than our Molson Canadian would be. So they bring it over, so they drink that. And I'd be like, well, they'd be like, no, we're drinking this because we need to drink 2 of those. They always joke. Like it would take 2 of ours to get a buzz from one of theirs. But
Scallywag, try the St. Andrews Brewing Company at the Red Herring Pub. You will not be sorry. They have 3 or 4 different kinds. They have different craft beers at the Red Herring Pub, and you will enjoy it very much in lovely St. Andrews by the Sea, New Brunswick.
Yeah, I worked a lot in the U.S. and in my 20s and early 30s, and I drank a lot because I was single and stuff, and partied. And their beer, I just always found it. I could drink it all night long and wouldn't get impacted by it. Even when I go play in hockey tournaments in the States lately, before the COVID shutdown, I used to go down and play in tournaments, and never I could drink 10 pints of Coors Light and it would not hit me.
That does happen, doesn't it, Pete?
Yeah, you can't. And then if I tried to do that with 10 Coors Light in Canada, I would not make it. I'd be crawling out of the bar.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yes.
I don't know why. I have no idea why.
Yes. Yeah.
Funny. It's one of those little mysteries.
Yeah. No, everybody's got I grew up with everybody at the time when I became old enough to drink. It was Bud Light, or at least in the Michigan area. Then in the late 90s and into the early 2000s, I moved out to California. And out there, out there, their thing was Coors Light. That was their main beer. Everybody's I'm gonna go pick up a 12-pack of beer. It was Coors. You didn't even ask. It was just Coors out there. So
everybody's drinking. All my friends now in the plus 40 group are drinking this crap called Ultra.
Oh, Michelob Ultra, you mean water?
And I'm like, I tried it once. I'm like, okay, this is literally just sparkling water.
It's terrible.
I don't mind that at all. I like Michelob Ultra myself.
Dude, don't ever try it. Horrible aftertaste. It is just
50
hot
calories or something. And I was like, well, it can't be good if it's only even a light beer's 100. What did you do?
It has no taste to it. It's garbage.
No,
it's hot
it's a beer that you sit down and you drink when you're going someplace for the afternoon, and you got to be okay, I want to have 6 or 7, but I don't want it to hit me. That's when you drink something like Ultra.
You don't want to ever drink that, Pete. It's just garbage, man. It's like,
oh, I like Ultra, all right. I don't mind it.
Oh no! If I got a choice between my Coors Light or an Ultra, I'll don't even look at it.
And I'm not talking choice. I'm saying it depends on the situation, I guess.
Yeah, when I'm out golfing or playing hockey, that's when I want my Coors Light. That's when I want that. Because it's you can, because I don't know in States, but in Canada, when I go play hockey, normally, you drink a couple pops before the game, you drink a couple pops after the game,
right?
Jump in an Uber and come home. That's how it works.
And the Cardinals play in Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Yeah,
Anheuser-Busch, buddy.
Yeah.
That's what
Johnny Upps was saying about didn't enjoy his ColecoVision as much as his Intellivision. ColecoVision, I love the ColecoVision.
I love the ColecoVision,
but it was very
man.
specific the arcade games that you were playing on, and they were fantastic. But it didn't seem to have the
spirit
of the Intellivision game.
Yeah, because Intellivision had original IPs. ColecoVision had 5. I loved the ColecoVision as a kid because I got to play it at my friend's house a lot more than Intellivision. I didn't really play the Intellivision very much as a kid, so Coleco I got much nostalgia for it. But they had great arcade games. But they didn't have that. Think of a Coleco IP right now, off the top of your head. Smurfs, but they don't own it.
No. Yeah, or Mr. Do is a big one. Which
Mr. Do. But everything else, all their greatest games. Yeah, all their great games are other people's properties.
Are licensed arcade games. Yeah,
that's why I didn't get the flashback that they put out, because I didn't know any. I didn't know any of those games. But if they
let me look in my Coleco drawer right here.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You got the Phoenix. So you're talking to the expert here on Coleco, Mr. Phoenix.
So Jumpman. Let's see. All my Coleco games are right here in my drawer.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Bump and Jump. They don't own it. Time Pilots. They don't. Mr. Do. That's not theirs. Mr. Do is a Universal.
Universal. Yeah. I have the arcade of that.
Donkey Kong. They literally Sammy Lightfoot and BC Quest for Tires. Those are Epic's games, so that's not theirs. But yeah,
Michael Hayes, Dukes of Hazzard. Yeehaw!
But ColecoVision, outside of that joystick.
Sorry, Chuck, I definitely get the ultimate ColecoVision.
Yeah, I've got the Phoenix.
Too? No, but I would I didn't even know you could.
I would.
That's the open drawer number 2.
Yeah, that's right, because he's saying the Phoenix has all that on it, and then you can play with the regular controller.
I have my Phoenix.
Oh wow, that's smaller than I thought it looked like on the when you did that unboxing. I guess I didn't. Wow.
This is from Collector Vision Phoenix. I pre-ordered it 4 years ago and finally got it. So I just dumped my Coleco games in there, play them, and then I've got the 8 cores. So right now it's got the Atari 2600 core on it and the ColecoVision core.
Hey George Games, what's going on?
Hey George.
It's a whole series on my channel about the Phoenix. If anybody's interested.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Watching some amazing Coleco games because they're the if you want an arcade port in the day, ColecoVision was number 1, Atari 5200 was number 2, and everybody else was a distant third.
Did you did a one of your shows had, I think, that Anteater game? Was that you that had that? Where it has the Anteater with the long tongue and you kind of go through that maze, but you got to pull your tongue out. I know they had it on Coleco though. I know it's a Coleco game.
Yeah.
Oil Driller.
I don't remember a game with an Anteater in it though.
There's one for the Intellivision. Actually, it's called, is it Aardvark or Anteater?
It might be Aardvark on there, but I think it was originally a Coleco game from way back.
I might have shown it, but like I haven't done a Phoenix video in a while actually. I'm still running through their ROMs because they got a ROM pack. CollectorVision has 2 ROM packs, and I bought 2 of them because they play natively on the and they're ColecoVision ROMs. That's great, and I have a blast with them.
Hey, Pete, do you have Dukes of Hazzard for Atari 2600?
Which one are you talking to?
For Atari?
2 Pete. Jeez.
Pete.
For the Atari? No.
Yeah. I think that's what he was saying. Or was he talking about a different one?
No, the one with the Coleco. There's a Coleco.
Oh, I'm sorry, Coleco. Yeah. It was Coleco.
I'm quite sure it's ColecoVision for that one.
With the
Dukes of Hazzard? I do have Dukes of Hazzard.
Steering wheel accessory with Coleco. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, don't go into accessories for Colecos because they're mostly hot garbage. Even the controllers, the boxing glove, they're not great. Like those Rocky, they come packaged with Rocky. They're just nothing improves the controller situation in that generation of games. Nothing on the market makes it good. So
Intellivision, the Homebrew was Aardvark. Originally, the game on I believe it was Coleco was called Anteater.
Yeah, like that old generation, the 5200, the Coleco, and the Intellivision. They just over-designed their controls.
Man, you just breathe on it wrong, and the buttons fall off.
It just doesn't
self-center. I got that years ago. It's
my 5200's right there. It's so big. It's so big.
It's so huge.
I put it over in this corner, and I had to put some new trusses in to support it because it's so heavy. It might fall through the floor.
Right. A couple of extra pins underneath the shelf.
If I had to choose,
that was another good one too.
I get asked all the time, "What's the better controller, ColecoVision or Intellivision?" And I'm like, it's hard to say because they both have their flaws.
I think we like as growing up on the Intellivision, I learned to have to accept it. I'm not saying when I first picked it up was like this is easy, but I don't hate it. I really learned to love it a lot, but I understand someone going back nowadays going, okay, I'm going to try to play on this. And they're like, what is going on? But I just like it. I like it.
Like, I know Pete's going to say Intellivision, and having played both of them a lot, I got to be honest with you. They're both equally bad, but Intellivision's build quality on their controllers are so much better than the Coleco. Coleco's feels like I'm going to rip it apart just playing with it.
Right.
Like, Intellivision never felt like this. Look, just listen to this. Just me playing with it.
And that's an original one, right?
Look, this is the original Coleco. You hear that cracking?
Yeah.
That's just playing with it. Like this is the OG, and this one's actually good. One of my good ones. I've got like 10, and but it feels like I'm like, especially when I get into it, it feels like I am going to just twist it to pieces. Whereas at least the Intellivision one is build quality is there.
Yeah, I tell you what, there was only one of my systems, which the one down here that I'm actually saving or I'm going to try to repair. But they sell those now on actually IntellivisionCollector.com. The Mylar replacements for the inside of these, which I might just do on that other unit, and then I'll polish that up and have another working unit. But these took a beating. I will say that. I think the most that happened with me as a kid is, well, this is a flashback one, but when it had those twisty cords, you were always pulling so hard, and this part would just fray, like the wires would fray out of that all the time. Like my other one, on both of them, it's starting to fray out, and then you'd wrap it in tape, and it wouldn't help. And
Jay Dorsey, Zaxxon, yeah, and the ColecoVision is epic. Great game. Great version of it on the ColecoVision.
yes. Yeah, I just did a video on. I'm doing like a bunch of arcade videos because I don't know, because I'm just bored.
You suck at Mario Brothers, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That third time you died, I'm like, dude, he's coming right at you.
I literally had to
like,
cut another one
in
just to get to the crab board. I'm like, oh my god, like this. Because
that game is awful anyway, to be honest with you.
The control is awful because you can't jump like a Mario normal jump. You got to like go around and then get a running start and then jump. Like, so you saw me like going to jump and you just
I saw. I'm like, he hasn't played this in forever, obviously. But you know what? Anytime someone makes fun of my bad game playing, I'm just posting a link to your channel. Just go check it out.
Everybody knows. They say I'm bad at. They say I was terrible at Finnegan Fox. I'm terrible at platformers. I'm terrible at.
Dude, who cares? I love being terrible at games.
Not
like I'm playing them 24/7, right? We're just jumping in and playing them. I like the music in Mario. That's the one redeeming factor. Is the nice little zingers of music in the Mario Brothers game.
When I do my Super Pac-Man and my Ms. Pac-Man videos, those are the ones I literally play every week. And I'm very good. Like, I'll challenge anyone to an arcade stand-up of any of the Pac-Mans. So when you see those videos, those will be long because I'll be getting right into some levels on those. But like Mario, I haven't played in a year. It sits here. It looks pretty. Other people sometimes play it.
I don't like Pac-Man games. I played them so much as a kid. I'm not like, I know I'm a big fan of them, but I do love their attract sound in the arcade. Nothing talks 80s arcade like the attract sound coming out of a Pac-Man machine.
Oh, like,
right?
Oh yeah, dude. Like, and then just when you're eating the ghosts and that so and well, Mr. Do is another one I like.
There's certain things that just were so good in the arcade.
Donkey Kong,
like Sinistar's attract sound.
What did he say?
He would frighten the crap out of you.
Yeah, it was creepy. I had Blastroids, which was like the Asteroid sequel that came out in like the late 80s, almost the 90s maybe. And so it almost looked like almost 16-bit. So, and they had like a little planet dude with all these, like, he looked like a green monster orb, but he was like a living planet.
Oh, really?
And he'd speak and stuff and be like, whoa, whoa. And that used to scare me as a kid. Like, it was like intimidating.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Galaga, you're right. That's another good one for the arcade. Oh, that's what it says. Run, coward.
Yeah. I don't know. That's what it's all about, right? All that nostalgia, man. It's like it's a temptress for sure.
Oh my god, Punch Out! I had an original Punch Out cabinet.
Billy Mitchell used to reverse Billy Mitchell. Some would say Billy Mitchell's not that good of a gamer, but he's a very good editor with a VCS tape. Or
right.
VS.
Very good avoider.
I still remember watching that documentary. He was at Portland Retro Expo a few times when I was there.
Yeah. What is that, by the way?
Portland Retro Expo is next summer's in August, I believe, isn't it?
Oh, it's in August?
October, isn't it? October.
Oh, a bunch of us are going down. We're getting Pete to fly out and come down.
Shoot,
Pete?
I'm definitely going to go to.
Me and Luke already talked about it. You have to come out. You come down with us.
Well, I'd love to. We'll see what happens.
Too many games is what October, right? Isn't too many games October?
I don't know.
Too many games is in June.
June. Yeah.
Oh shoot, it's in June. That's the one in Pennsylvania.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Philadelphia. Yeah, just outside of Philadelphia.
It's still like a good 7-hour drive, but I mean, I could do that. Portland, I'd have to like literally make some plans to have that.
You'd have to fly out. Yeah. Portland's just fun. It's a great
fan. I hate flying.
Oh yeah, join the club.
I really do. Like I used to fly all the time. I just had a really bad experience on Spirit Airlines, which is, I do not recommend them to anyone. It's literally held together with popsicle sticks and bubble gum and duct tape. Like, they are the worst airline ever. And they had an engine go out on them, and we kind of did a free fall. I mean, literally people were crying. The stewardesses were freaking out and crying. Like, it was bad. And they studied it and got it landed. And then what they said is like, oh, here's a voucher for anywhere in the States you want to go. Here's 2 vouchers. I'm like, you can keep those and shove them someplace. I'm like, I'm telling you, I will never fly your airline. I almost kissed the ground when I got there. I was like, I'll never fly again in my life. I'm jinxed. I'm never flying again. And then
Well, no, or you're lucky.
Yeah, and I flew again when I it was Billy.
Didn't you go to Boston?
Billy Mitchell he's talking about.
Yeah.
I ended up flying to Boston though, but it was only like an hour flight. So it was like we went up and kind of came back down. So I was like, I'm good. And I got a super good deal. It was like $100 from a friend of mine, family discount. So we Punch Out with the motion controls. I still haven't beat that. I've almost beat it though. I think I'm up to Macho Man.
Motion controls.
I don't do the motion though. I only do the regular. I just play it as like a regular.
No, I don't like the Wii. Never. I bought it on launch and sold it on eBay 2 days after.
That's me with the GameCube though. I did the same thing. I waited in line like early in the morning. I remember even losing the contact. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna just fight through this. And I was last in line. They gave me the voucher, and everybody's like, oh. And I was at Target. It was in Southern California. Like I'm like 4 a.m. And we're waiting. We get in, and I'm the last one. They're like, "What game?" Because it was like Super Monkey Ball, Luigi's Mansion. I think one other one. It was like 3 games. And I was like, I'll take Luigi's Mansion. I took it home. Now, mind you, like it was the GameCube, but it wasn't really as powerful as most of the other systems. So I was like playing it, and I'm like, okay. And I beat Luigi's Mansion, and I go, this is awful. Like I don't care to play this ever again. And I put it all in the box along with Luigi's Mansion, took it up to Target like a week later, and they've been sold out. It was like the biggest thing people are looking for. And I go, I'd like to return this. And she goes, are you serious? And I go, yeah, 100%. I don't like it. I'd like full money back. And normally they don't give you like money back on your games or anything. And she goes, everybody's looking for this. I'm like, so I'll get my full money back. She goes, absolutely. And the guy in line's like, I'll buy it. And so like I returned it. They checked it in, got full money back, and I think that guy ended up buying it. But I just was not impressed. Like that was me with that. Never got one.
No, the Wii is just the motion controls are just. I think that's the biggest gimmick in games ever. I think it's nothing. Nothing motion controls interest me at all. Can't stand it. Will not play it. Don't like it. I'm old school. I want this in my hand. Want to be able. Why is this on?
Yeah. Well, your battery's toast now. Right?
Anyway, this is me. That's just the old man in me, right? Just I don't want to be doing this.
Yeah, I don't think I think the last motion thing I did, I had the Wii, or I'm sorry.
Why does Pete hate Wii and like Amico? What? That makes no sense. That question. Amico's not all their games aren't motion control. And
There's hardly any games, to be honest, that are motion control. I played Cornhole. That was like the most motion control I did. And then Evel Knievel, you're only rocking your jet like this, but which is not much because you're basically just holding your controller.
In what game is that?
The Evel Knievel, the rocket darts. Like that.
As long as I don't have to use that and lock into it, like I can just use regular buttons. That's all I care about.
But the only one that was actually the only one I've ever played that actually had like motion control was the Cornhole. It was fun. It was Cornhole.
And it's probably just optional, right? Like
there was a couple options for the control, but no, I think that one you still have to like
100% have to. That's probably a mistake because they should just give the option to just use buttons. Like for me, I probably won't play it then. It'll come. Is that packed in? Yeah, right.
When I played it, like you could change your you could basically set your arc and set where you wanted it to land, and then lock it in, or you can do it every time. But we would just lock it in at where the hole was, and then it was after that you press the button and the hand would grab the bag, and then you just flick and it would go in your arc that you set and land. It was fun. We played a couple games of it. I mean,
I could see my kids playing that. Me, not so much. I won't play it. Like I got cornhole in my backyard, so I'll go play cornhole in the backyard.
Right.
Like I've said from day one, like I'm not the market for all of these games that's coming out on that system. So
yeah, Connect was the last one I did, the Fruit Ninja, where you'd like because that was real popular for a bit, and I happened to get it for Christmas.
We play Just Dance all the time in the family, like at least once or twice a week. We're playing Just Dance, and it's you got to hold the controller. But it's the stupidest thing ever because I can do all this and get max score. I'm not even following the person. It's just I'm just dancing like a crazy person. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I've never. I mean, I don't mind them. I couldn't do the Wii thing. I think it was fun for 2 seconds, but like the Wii Punch Out. But I went back to because because when I played every Punch-Out game, I mastered the controllers with we had 2 buttons and a D-pad, and that was it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just me. I just don't like motion controls. I don't even hold my Switch. Like, I gotta have the Pro controller. Like, I don't like having a Joy-Con in each hand, like, and just doing that. My kids, that's how they play it, like this. But no, it's got to be connected. It's got to be a controller for me.
well, we're just over an hour, so I'm gonna
Yep.
cut the stream. Call the time of death is
Woohoo! No.
8:26. Beep. And so Papa Pete, you have. I was gonna say, what do you have coming up? I know it's
watch for the Intellivision Homebrew Awards winners released video. It's going to be done by live stream Friday night at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. So that's the goal right now. Watch my channel for the thumbnail to be up. And again, we'll have hopefully some of the guests, some of the people maybe who made some of these games. I think the Intellivision Collector is going to be on there with me, and we're going to announce the winners in all 6 categories. So a lot of people are looking forward to this after 3 weeks of voting.
I voted. And I'd say, we'll talk about that on next Monday too. A lot of the results.
Sure.
I mean, it'll be after the fact, but if you missed it, we'll re-talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious to see it. I'll probably watch on Friday to see.
Talk about the winners.
Yeah, there's a lot of good games in there.
Yeah.
And then Pete, what you got coming up on your channel?
I got some Ouya stuff coming. Some
Ouya.
reviews, some retro reviews coming, and I'm starting a new series that I've already captured the first 6 videos in, starting on Friday.
Nice.
Yeah, this
New
one's
series.
coming on Friday. It's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Well, I think it's cool, but it's coming on Friday. Yeah.
Well, very
so, yeah,
awesome.
Not much else going on, man.
I
But
just realized we're all in that Gamers Guild. Like, we're all on this. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, there's 3 Gamer Guild members on. I'm usually like the only one on some of the other ones, but anyways. How awesome.
What are you talking about? Oh, Gamers United.
Gamers
You're one of the original
like
4.
you're even scrolling in the bottom thing there. I'm like,
am I in that?
Realize like we're all on together, and it was kind of neat.
I'm in that guild. Yeah. Hey, I want to be an officer. I want to be a guild leader.
You please be one.
No, thanks.
Anyway, I don't want any responsibility.
None. At 0.
Thanks, everyone. We will see you next week. Thank you so much. Take care.